What was something that you would love to see change, within the world that impacts you every day? Like what is? And I know this is a tough question to answer, but I think every day we kind of work and things go well, and some things don't go so well.
Right.
But overall, if you were to average that out, there are certain things that tend to peak as challenges consistently. So the question I'm asking is, what are those pain points that you would love to see go away and it doesn't have to be very specific to supply chain. I'm just asking in general. Like,
I think right now, visibility, I think, is very, very key. Let's be honest, our suppliers are not always the most upfront with information.
Right.
Sometimes, or a lot of times, they say, everything's fine, but it's not fine. I think having more of the visibility, I don't know how about going there, and maybe some like involving automation there too.
I think I couldn't. I mean, that couldn't have been better scripted, honestly. Like I was thinking along the lines of, this something like we're getting used to having information like what Uber provides,
right?
Where you can see in a GPS map where the thing is. How are we so far behind in terms of supply chain to having the same type of visibility,
right?
Or even point of sale visibility,
right.
Or even like a manufacturing timeline, not with what some person says on the other line to save their job, but what is the reality? Like, how do we get to that level? And I think the answer to that is exactly what you just said, which is, adding technology that eliminates the cultural barriers, that eliminates the, someone being protective. But like, if we're truly going to collaborate,
right, and
really be partners,
right,
then that information is critical. I'm not going to hit you over the head because something bad happened. I'm going to be partners with you now that happened. So it changes our plan. So how do we work together now to get a better solution, right?
Agreed, because anything gained from that end, you can communicate right away to the front end, right? Maybe it's not what they want to hear, but at the end of the day, you're not promising something that's not deliverable, right? You know exactly where you are earlier in the game,
right,
versus, that date's coming up and, you don't have that information saying, guess what, it's not going to be there
right,
on time. So yeah, I mean, having that visibility through automation at a much earlier, I guess, time in the supply chain line would definitely benefit the back end and the front end, from both perspectives, from a partnership on the back end and the partnership on the front end.
I agree, and so I think there are really four pillars in that. There's the technology, there's the automation, there's the artificial intelligence, and then there's the actual tactical, physical technology, which is robotics and the evolution of technology that has actually really started to happen now, where it's no longer theoretical, it's in use, right? So I think you touched really well on the technology part and the automation part, and I think that's exactly accurate. I think also artificial intelligence is going to become more and more a reality, because I think today AI is actually becoming more capable than people can be, right, in certain areas, and I think when you're looking at a ton of different variables and trying to find patterns within those variables, AI is actually better than us at doing that.
Right.
I mean, we can write algorithms till the cows come home, but in the end, an AI can do that instantly.
Right.
And I think tying that AI into the technology and automation piece is going to be a major factor.
Yeah. Yep.
And then from an actual physical standpoint, including, there's labor issues everywhere. There's all kinds of challenges with trucking and all that. As we start getting robotics more and more involved, there's going to be a combination of AI and robotics that actually makes a difference, whether it's in warehousing, in trucking, in the movement of goods. And, I think that's coming.